Most older men don't realize how attractive they actually are. Women notice little things you've never even thought about, and today, I'll reveal 10 signs that prove women see you as more attractive than you think. Let's get brutally honest for a second. One of the biggest problems I see with men over 50 is that you've been tricked into believing your attractiveness peaked decades ago. Society sells this idea that youth is everything, that women only want six-packs and TikTok energy. And so many men start carrying this invisible weight, this quiet assumption that they're invisible to women, that they've lost their spark. But here's the shocking truth. That belief couldn't be further from reality. Science, psychology, and real-world experience all say the opposite. Women notice older men in ways most of you don't even realize. And the real secret? Many of you are more attractive now than you were at 25. You just haven't learned how to recognize the signs. So, if you've ever thought, she's just being polite, or she'd never actually be into me, stick around. Because by the end of this, you'll be able to spot the 10 secret signals women give when they read drawn to older men like you. Some of these will blow your mind. Let's dive in. The first sign is when a woman starts leaning into your life experience. Think about it. If she's curious about your past, your travels, your career, even your failures, she's not making small talk. She's attracted. Psychologists tell us storytelling is one of the fastest ways to build emotional connection. A younger guy can't compete with decades of lived experience. If she asks, "What was it like when you first started in your field?" Or, "Tell me about the craziest trip you've ever taken," she's doing more than showing interest. She's signaling she sees value in you that goes way beyond surface-level looks. Still with me? Drop a "yes" in the comments if you've had a younger woman asking about your stories and you thought it was nothing. The second sign is all about style. Not whether you look like a runway model, but how you present yourself. If a woman compliments the way you dress, your jacket, your shoes, even the way you smell, that's attraction. Science calls this enclothed cognition, meaning what you wear literally shapes how people perceive you. A well-fitted shirt, polished shoes, a confident stance, those things magnify your presence as an older man. Women notice, and when she says, "You look sharp," it's not casual, it's coded language for, "You look sexy." The third sign? Her body language. This one's shocking because most men ignore it. When she leans toward you instead of away, touches your arm when she laughs, or holds eye contact longer than normal, psychologists say she's creating micro moments of intimacy. Here's the secret. Prolonged eye contact actually increases oxytocin, the bonding hormone. So if she's looking at you like she's not in a rush to look away, that's not being nice. That's chemistry. Are you with me? Type 2 in the comments if you've ever second-guessed eye contact from a woman. The fourth sign is playful teasing about your age. This one drives men crazy because you assume she's making fun of you. But psychologists call this affiliative humor. It's a bonding tool. When she jokes, "Careful, don't throw out your back," or "You probably don't know how this app works," she's not insulting you. She's creating an inside joke, a way of saying, "I feel comfortable enough to flirt." Women don't tease men they're not attracted to. Remember that. The fifth sign is when she comes to you for advice. This one is secretly one of the biggest indicators of attraction. A woman who asks your opinion on her career, her relationships, her next steps. She's signaling respect and admiration. And respect is one of the most powerful precursors to attraction. Science shows that women often rate intelligence and wisdom as more attractive than raw physical looks. So if she says, "What do you think I should do?" she's not just asking for help, she's inviting connection. The sixth sign is mirroring. Pay attention here because this is subtle. You cross your arms, she crosses hers. You sip your drink, she takes a sip of hers. Psychologists call this non-conscious mimicry. It's literally her brain syncing up with yours. And research shows we only mimic people we're drawn to. If she's mirroring your movements, that's not an accident. That's attraction on autopilot. Still watching? Drop a yes in the comments so I know you're tuned in. The 7th sign is when she compliments what makes you different. The gray hair, the laugh lines, the slower, calmer energy. Women often use words like distinguished or seasoned. Translation? She finds it sexy. Evolutionary psychology explains this. Traits like gray hair or a steady demeanor signal survival, resilience, and emotional stability. These are things women subconsciously crave because they suggest you can weather storms. Younger men don't have that edge. You do. The 8th sign is deeper conversations. If she skips the small talk and dives into real topics, dreams, fears, regrets, what life means, that's not random. Science shows emotional intimacy often precedes physical intimacy. If she's comfortable being vulnerable, it's because she feels safe and drawn to you. Many men misread this as, she just sees me as a father figure. Wrong. If she's opening up, it's often attraction wearing a secret disguise. The 9th sign is when she makes excuses to be around you. This is one of women's oldest secrets. She'll just happen to show up where you are. She'll invent reasons to text you. She'll ask for your help on something she could easily figure out herself. Psychologists call this proximity seeking. Translation: she's engineering opportunities to spend time near you. If it keeps happening, it's no accident. And finally, the 10th sign. She admires your confidence. Here is the thing. Confidence at 50 or 60 hits differently than confidence at 20. Younger guys are still proving themselves. You've built yourself. That calm, grounded presence is magnetic. Women feel it, sometimes even before they consciously notice it. If you've ever walked into a room and people naturally gravitate toward you, that's your aura. Confidence that's been forged by experience. And women can't help but be drawn to it. Quick check-in. How many of these signs have you overlooked before? Drop eye-opener in the comments if at least one of these made you realize women might have been signaling interest without you knowing. Here's the part most men miss. Attraction isn't about competing with 25-year-olds. It's about owning the psychological advantages you have as an older man. Wisdom, presence, calm confidence. Those are the secrets women notice, and most men ignore. I'll share a story. A friend of mine, let's call him Mark, is 62. He thought women never noticed him anymore. Then one day, he mentioned a coworker who always lingered after meetings, always laughed a little too much at his jokes, always found reasons to ask for his advice. He thought she was just being friendly. I said, "Mark, open your eyes. She's showing attraction." Months later, guess what? They started dating. He realized he'd been blind to the signs his whole life. That's why I'm making this for you, so you stop underestimating yourself. Women notice more than you think, and the moment you learn to read these signals, your confidence will skyrocket. Still with me? Drop a yes, I'm tuned in the comments, and I want to hear from you. Which one of these signs have you seen the most in your own life? Share it below. I'll be reading your responses. Now, before we wrap up, let me leave you with one last shocking secret. The most magnetic quality older men have isn't the gray hair, the style, or even the wisdom. It's presence. When you show up fully, listening, engaging, not rushing, not pretending, women feel that. Science proves presence creates emotional intensity. And emotional intensity is the foundation of attraction. So here is your call to action. If you want more actionable tips to improve your health after 60 and understand the psychological dynamics of female attraction, smash that subscribe button and hit the bell so you don't miss my next video. Because your best years aren't behind you. They're right here, waiting for you to see the signs and finally claim the attraction you deserve.